112 and now the 101 as well have managed to get sort of back. The safety car did help them a little, which was good, because the 101, the WTR car, was about a minute back. But you're sort of seeing that the Cadillac is a little bit more raceable with this Evo package they've got. They've managed to get themselves into a better racing window, a little bit more consistent. And so the 38 has got my money on it. They seem to be the strongest, particularly with Earl and Jack Aitken and Seb Bourdais, local lad here. So you go, if that car can get to the front and stay in front, I think they're going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, pre-race, everyone was worried about Ferrari and Toyota. Ferrari's challenge hasn't quite materialised yet, but the Toyota with Buemi is looking quick.
Yeah, the pesky Toyota is super fast and it's so consistent and they're reliable at the moment. But the Ferraris, yeah, they've been pretty sort of wild in their behaviour on track, contact, getting in the way of one another on lap one. It all just looks a bit sort of fraught and frantic, and maybe they haven't got the same ability that they did last year, where it looked like they won at a bit of a canter really quite easy. So, I mean, it's a long way to go here. We're just getting really into the night. I think the transition from that night into day and how the tyre choice goes for these guys, I think that's going to be super, super important. And it's whether somebody gets that magic ingredient or a driver finds that magic ingredient in the night and it just hooks up that quad stint and they can start driving away. My money's on Jack Aitken.
Okay, thanks for talking to us, Ollie. Appreciate it. Thank you.
They fundamentally aren't.
Yeah, Lance Stroll came and did a GT World race with a yellow flag out, as you can see, and the car didn't do very well, and people sneered and said, oh, you know, it's Lance Stroll not being very good. Well, actually, he was amongst the quickest drivers in the race when he got into the car. He only drove in the darkness anyway at the end of the race, and the reason the car didn't do very well was it was compromised by a whole raft of penalties from one co-driver in particular racking up track limit offences. So, you know, it reflected badly on him for no good reason. I
think the 8 car has just had a problem at Mulsanne corner because the lead has just come down to half a second. We had those yellow flags. I think the Toyota may have been off the road.
OK. Well, we'll have a replay, I'm sure, in the system. So, you're right, the gap has come down, and the second sector is not a good one for that car. So, Brendan Hartley,
it's just after the moment. It's just after the second sector.
On board, because we can hear from Nick De Vries first up.
And Ferrari is behind us, 4 seconds behind.
Right, so De Vries being told the Ferrari is catching. Go, that's number 8, Graham, sorry.
The timing beam is just after Mulsanne corner, so second sector's not the issue. There is the Ferrari, the Toyota, and there is the number 12 Cadillac, and for briefly that was Will Stevens ahead, but Brendan Hartley's fended him off for the moment, but for how much longer?
They've got traffic to worry about, look, as they come through the Porsche curve, so Brendan Hartley trying to steady the ship, but it is game on between these two, look, as they come up towards the chicane. So Brendan Hartley, if he has had a moment, is desperately trying to redress that and get away once again, but a big advantage has pretty much disappeared. It is still Brendan Hartley's Toyota ahead, but only just after a real scare on that lap.
Yes, it was. 12 seconds lost.
This programme is brought to you by Peugeot.
After a grueling campaign, the hour has come to land the final blow. Relentless, punishing, and unforgiving.
Oh, wonderful.
But for these warriors,
it's tribal.
There is no surrender.
It's visceral.
And after a brutal season, it's time for one last battle. The Gallagher Prem Final, live on TNT Sports.
Choose to cruise. Cruz Campo, Sevilla. Adelante.
¿Qué pasa? Oh, wow. ¿Qué está sucediendo?
Maggie's just won 10,000 lab bucks, and now she has a whole world of prizes waiting for her, like free spins on games like Eye of Horus, or Fishing Frenzy. Maybe roulette and blackjack are more her thing. Today, Maggie is cashing in her lab bucks for something else. A sausage roll. You sign up, deposit £10 and play. We give you 100 free spins and 300 lab bucks. That's Ladisfaction from Ladbrokes.
Amazon Prime Day is from the 23rd to the 26th of June. Yeah, that's just the way you make me feel. Get that big deal feeling with savings on electronics, home, kitchen and more. Exclusively for Prime members. Join Prime now.
Work. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Sweat. Work it.
Sure, whole body deodorant. Smell fresh all day. Sure, it won't let you down.
Helen's just used Confused.com, and the weight of car insurance burdens her no more.
Mum, Helen adores you. She would love the company.
I don't like your mum.
Okay.
Insurance feels better when you've just used Confused.
McDonald's Taste of the Tournament. The sweet Carolina barbecue stack, covered in a sticky Carolina barbecue sauce. And the Mexican chipotle chicken, smothered in smoky chipotle and Diablo sauce. Plus, crunchy cheese bites. Taste of the Tournament. Only at McDonald's.
I was born in this deli. My best friend was that baloney. That is until I met you. Sweet sandwich time. Hellman's makes it taste so good.
This program is presented by Total Energies, multi-energy partner of the FIA World Endurance Championship.
Come towards us.
Well, 14 hours and 35 minutes to go, and continuing the Cadillac theme, Jethro has managed to find Ricky Taylor for a quick word down in pit lane.
Ricky, I think you're assumed to get in the car. The safety car helped you out a bit, caught you back up. How are you feeling? It feels like the Cadillac's the car to be in, but you're just a tiny bit off the Jota at the moment.
Yeah, that FCY earlier, going long, is normally the safe strategy, but the way that FCY came out, it was just as we were pitting, so we needed to take emergency service and put us almost, a minute and a half, gave us about a minute and a half deficit. So the safety car was good, put us back in the game, but with how far back we were, we couldn't take energy, so we still have an energy deficit, but it was definitely a huge bit of luck there to get us back in the game a bit. So long way to go. The Jota guys are very strong. Toyotas look strong, but we're chipping away at it.
So previously we've seen the Cadillac really quick over a single lap and then struggle a bit in the race with top speed, etc. What's the big difference this year?
I think just another year of experience with the car. Everybody at Cadillac, Wayne Taylor Racing, Jota have all been working really hard together. Our partners at Dallara as well, to give us the best car possible. Every year it gets better and better, and so for us it's only our second year here with Cadillac, or with the team at all, I guess. And so every bit counts, and Le Mans is a lot like the Indy 500. It's all about little details adding up, and I think we just see that cumulative effect over 24 hours.
Okay, well, good luck in the next stints. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ricky Taylor sharing that car with Jordan Taylor and Philippe Albuquerque, currently in 6th place. As we rejoin your commentary team, David Addison and Graham Goodwin.
I thought I'd about 1:30, it might be time for the Napoleon chicken joke, but I'm going to hang on to that.
We'll have to wait.
Absolutely right, because this is getting very, very, very busy indeed. And I just wonder whether or not Bamber's going to be able to have a go at Will Stevens, or whether Jota will tell him to hold that thought, because what they don't want are those two cars tripping over each other. But Bamber's pace has been impressive, because he has caught up to the tail of Stevens for that second place.
Just an update, by the way, so you keep an eye on this. I'll read you the message from Sam Smith over to the media room. He was watching on the onboard from Brendan Hartley when this happened, and what happened at Mulsanne was braked himself at Mulsanne, had to swing it around in the escape road to rejoin. That cost him over 10 seconds, and that's left us with this battle. Could we be talking tea time today about this being the moment that settled the 2026 24 Hours of Le Mans?
Well, Brendan Hartley will desperately try to rebuild this as he goes over the line. You're on board with Will Stevens. The gap has crept up slightly to 1.4 seconds now. And if Brendan Hartley can steady the ship, he might just be able to get away once more. But as Graham's made the point, we're talking about a gap of 10 seconds. But in the distance, that Toyota is getting away. Hartley's all fired up, and certainly through the Curve de Chapelle, he has been able to get away a little bit. Let's listen.
Front grip becoming quite digital. Probably due to the little flat spot, I think we might need to consider tyres.
Little flat spot's the interesting part. Now, is that what caused him to go off, or is it a legacy of going off?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah.
One thing I'd say here is, throughout this race so far, what we've heard from all the teams, it's been a strategy-led race. Can't be that now. Brendan Hartley is desperate for this track position, desperate to stay ahead of the... is that the replay? That is the replay. So he's going back around the roundabout. He was outbraking himself in a bit of traffic, and what he wouldn't have liked to see is what's coming towards him. That was what's caused the battle we've got now. Did exactly what he should do, and he pulls ahead there. Next car through, Cadillac, just retains the lead.
Things like that, as you say, can win or lose this race, and suddenly the pendulum swings in favour of Cadillac. But in fairness to Brendan Hartley, he is just edging away a little. He's got to get his head down and put that out of his mind.
But the point I was making there, David, is it's been all about strategy to this point. It's all about saving tyres, all about saving fuel. Can't do it now. No, because it's not about one Cadillac, it's about both Cadillacs. Gets behind those two, Toto have got an absolutely massive problem, because it means that Cadillac Hertz Team Jota can manage the pace and manage the race from that pace forward through the rest of this evening. They're back with him. That gap has come back down again. They've turned up the wick for Cadillac. This could be a very big night for Cadillac Hertz Team Jota.
But 14 and a half hours still to go. Anything can yet happen. Let's listen again.
And then I confirm we'll take tyres at the next stop. We do 3 more laps. Should be clear ahead for at least this lap, maybe one more.
And clear ahead, he's talking about traffic up the road, so in terms of that markers, there's not too much to worry about. The worry is behind, because you've got Stevens and Bamber together. Just by the way, after that top 3, René Rast is the best of the rest, but he's another nearly 18 seconds adrift.
Yeah, and he's being caught by the moment by Felipe Albuquerque. Guess what? Another Cadillac.
Yeah.
The other point to mention here is, you heard what the engineer was telling Brendan Hartley in that message. He's got 3 more laps to go. The 2 Cadillacs behind should have a further lap over and above that, with a clear road ahead of them. That could lead to real excitement about what happens once it all evens out and they're back on track. These are massive moments.
They are, and this is another big moment coming up in LMGT3. This is your lead battle, where you've got the Lexus of Clement Schmidt against the Ferrari of Alessio Rovera, and those 2 cars working their way down towards Arnage. Rovera, we know, is an absolute hero in anything you put him in. Clement Schmidt is quick, initially coming out of Porsche racing into Multimart racing, and the gap between those 2 at the start of this lap was just 0.3 of a second. So Rovera is getting closer and closer, and the move is on, I think, coming up towards the Porsche curves this time. That one huge set of headlights is really 2. They're that close, and Rovera now trying to pick his moment then. The Lexus stays ahead just, and actually on that part of the circuit fractionally better than the Ferrari. So Rovera then not quite close enough here to make a move. They go right, they'll go left, and then down towards the Ford chicane. So the Lexus ahead, but Rovera Brave does bring the gap down a little bit. And then behind them, you've got Johnny Adam, twice a class winner at Le Mans in the Aston Martin from the Heart of Racing team. And Johnny's about to get himself into this battle as well, is he not? Down they come. This is Clement Schmidt's view then, the category leader. He stays out for another lap, rattles it through the first half of the chicane, now into the second part. Rovera is behind him, and then Johnny Adam behind that. But it all changes because this is the lap on which Rovera bails, and that changes the order. So Schmidt will be the leader, and in fact Jack Hawksworth is going to be up in a second place because Johnny Adam has pitted as well.
But behind them, by the way, and closing fast, Charlie Eastwood's a Corvette in this as well. We're talking about the lead class, Toyota being caught by Cadillac. The other GM class is in there as well, with Racing Team Circuit and Charlie Eastwood. Up until that pit stop, by the way, top 5 in LMGT3, separated by just 4.2 seconds. Yes, we've had a safety car, but that was quite a while ago now, and that's been packed racing for well over an hour.
And don't forget, Charlie Eastwood started, or that car started, absolutely flat last on the grid after the exclusion with the diffuser problem from qualifying on, when do we go back to, Wednesday night. 1:01, cycling through its next stop, Felipe Albuquerque at the wheel. This is Alessio Rovera's pit stop, who was, remember, second in LMGT3. Somewhere in the pit lane at the Heart of Racing pit stand, you'll find Johnny Adam, who has come in as well. So yet more pit stops to cycle through. Alessio Rovera blasts away back into the mix in the Ferrari.
Don't step away from this 24 Hours of Le Mans for 2026. This is shaping up to be an absolute barnstormer. Still on track here, Will Stevens in the tow now for the Toyota, pulling closer. Has he got room to do it here? He might have, not quite. On the brakes, through he goes.
But there's traffic, isn't there, up the road ahead of Brendan Hartley. So Brendan's now got two problems. One is getting through the traffic with minimal time lost. The other is having that Cadillac absolutely glued to his tail. So here they come then, the two race leaders together. Let's have a very, very quick listen to what's going on for Will Stevens.
Keep putting the pressure on him. He's struggling with his tires. Gold in the P2 in front, gold.
Will getting the message about the tyres. We know that Brendan Hartley's got that flat spot. We also know that he's due a pit stop. So Stevens then coming into the Porsche curbs. The Toyota on this part of the circuit just able to get away fractionally. I don't think Will Stevens is going to be near enough come the end of the lap to have a go, but he might be able to think about it at the start of the next lap. But there, the Cadillac does seem to have a slight edge. Does the Toyota bail this time? Let's keep an eye. They're heading towards the end of the lap. They're heading towards pit in, and no, Brendan Hartley's going to stay out for one more lap.
One more lap and a clear road ahead with just one P2 car ahead. And who's aboard the 43 car? It is Kuba Shubakowski, silver driver.
We were talking a little while ago about battles for the lead and how the majority of the lead changes have been on pit stops, and then we were talking about Toyota versus BMW. Well, we could be getting a proper pass on track, but it could be Cadillac to go ahead here against Toyota, couldn't it? So you've got Will Stevens at the start of this lap, 0.6 of a second back from Brendan Hartley as they dive down through the Curve de Chapelle. This part of the circuit does look a little bit stronger for the Toyota, and the news is it's going to come into the pits this time, and we're understanding it's going to be fuel and possibly soft tyres as well. 38 though was bailed already. That is Earl Bamber in the pit lane.
Soft right, which will be the tyre that was flat spotted in that moment for Brendan Hartley at Mulsanne Corner. We saw that now on a replay. Brendan doing what you've got to do in that situation when you outbrake yourself, go round the literal roundabouts to rejoin. The one lucky part about it was he was just ahead of Will Stevens in doing that. Earl Bamber about to be released to carry on the attack.
New tyres on each corner of his Cadillac that gets away now. So back into the fray comes Earl Bamber, and that's going to drop him temporarily behind René Rast. So we expect the Toyota number 8 to be in this time. Then Brendan Hartley still leading the way, but it's been a scary few laps after that drama down at the end of Mulsanne. Stevens on the tail of the Toyota. Toyota in traffic again, look, as they come out of the chicane. That's the second chicane on the Mulsanne. Brendan Hartley clears the back marker, which oh so nearly crept towards the path of Will Stevens. So your race lead battle is well and truly joined here as they come down towards Mulsanne Corner. Will Stevens is going to have a go, possibly. He's closing. He just about runs out of straight, and he's got to slot back in behind. Through the corner they go, back onto the power, up towards the long, fast run that takes you round towards Indianapolis. And the Toyota just about extending the advantage, but it is so competitive, this. When I say extending it, it's by fractions of a second. So, Stevens, again, closing on the Toyota through that little right kink. They're heading towards Indianapolis. The gap comes down. Remember, this is the public road part of the circuit. The gap is down. Brendan Hartley stands on the brakes, gets it up towards Indianapolis, and then on towards Arnage. Will Stevens in the wheel tracks, and we'll listen in.
Is he boxing the same lap as us or not?
No, he's boxing one lap earlier. And I think he's going to take tires. He's going to take tires as well.
So that's starting to
So
influence.
what do you want to do, stay on the same sequence or what?
No, I want to triple and be in front.
That's influencing Will Stevens' thought process here, knowing whether he needs to be attacking or stay nice and tight up behind and let the Toyota pit. But they're not going to change their strategy just for the Toyota.
No, this has been about forcing an error if he possibly could. Car 58 drive-through penalty, not respecting blue flags. That is the Garage 59 of Fingers. It's now for much earlier in this race, but we are going to see, I think, the Toyota pull off to the right now, and then you're going to see how quickly Will Stevens can drive this Cadillac for one more lap before he does the same. There goes Brendan Hartley. Here comes Will Stevens. Now we're going to see effectively a quali sim because he's got a clear lap ahead of him. He's cleared now the start-finish line, and the next traffic ahead for him is just clearing the Goodyear Bridge now. You can see wide open space, and he's going to love that as he tries to attack this racetrack. This is about the undercut on the Toyota. They will be taking at least one tyre in this fuel stop.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they only did one. I know it's got the flat spot, but it doesn't seem to make much sense only to do one. But we'll see what they do. So first up is the fuel.
There is a medium tyre there ready for it. They clearly said soft tyre on one corner.
So let's see, it could be one side of the car that they do, but anyway, a bit of a clean of the light. You can see how grimy the cars are now getting through this stint, and the information we were given from the pits was that it was going to be a soft on the front right,
now,
but let's see what else they do for the rest of the corners of the car. And we don't see it because we go to Brendan Hartley sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, but the mechanics will be poised, ready to leap into action when they get the nod. They're kind of two-part pit stops, aren't they? You've got to do the fuel first, then you can do the rest. So now the car goes up. There's your front right. And yes, they're going to do a whole set.
Well, this is where the caddy should benefit. Now, it implied that we're not going to see a tyre change for the Cadillac.
So the car back into the race. We'll come back to the tyres in just a second.
This programme is brought to you by Goodyear.
Rhaenyra's coming.
We are exposing her as weak.
My enemies have been allowed to muster their strength.
Dave's just used Confused.com, so the thought of car insurance no longer weighs him down.
I don't want this.
Insurance feels better when you've just used Confused.
Whoa, Mr. Vegas.
It's time to spin, where every 10-pence spin could turn into £4 million.
McDelivery, you in?
I'm in. Yeah, I well fancy a fillet of fish. Expand your palate.
Bring it home with McDelivery.
Everyone's telling you what to put on your skin. New ingredients, new routines, new rules. None of this advice actually knows your skin. Well, we do. At Cleara, we start by understanding what your skin actually needs, so you can get to the ingredients that matter to you. Take the free test today. Go to cleara.skin.
Jeremy likes to spend hours baking delicious quiches. Lucy just likes baked. Walker's your little baked slice of joy. Developed and funded by Eli Lilly and Company. If you're feeling stuck, trying to lose weight and keep it off, if it feels like something is always holding you back, it's not your fault. Obesity is a complex disease, influenced by many factors. Visit obesityasaddisease.co.uk to learn more.
Amazon Prime Day is from the 23rd to the 26th of June.
Yeah, that's just the way you make me feel.
Get that big deal feeling with savings on electronics, home, kitchen and more. Exclusively for Prime members. Join Prime now.
Brought Arthur Beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate family-ing SUV.
Skoda.
Oh, can I have some?
This program is presented by Total Energies, multi-energy partner of the FIA World Endurance Championship.
New tyres for number 20 BMW, Sheldon van der Linde behind the wheel. So the full service here, tyres, driver and fuel.
It was 1:14 on pit lane from the number 12 Cadillac, and they're going to be ahead.
Van der Linde then back on track. So the Cadillacs, which don't forget were the first cars to go onto the soft tyre, and they've made those work well, and they've had good pace really ever since we got to darkness.
They have indeed, and what they've done in doing that and being efficient on pit lane is inherit a 1-2 run at this stage of this race. Total Racing's Brendan Hartley sits 1.5 seconds back
the battle is really at the minute for 5th place between that and BMW number 20. Right now, though, we're looking at the battle for 3rd in LMGT3, Corvette versus Ferrari. So Charlie Eastwood from the back of the grid up to 3rd, and he's got Alessio Rovera behind him. Down they come towards Mulsanne, towards the first chicane, I should say. And although that Corvette is being caught, we know that Charlie Eastwood doesn't let you by in a hurry.
Charlie, you know, he's absolutely factory quality, no doubt whatsoever about it, as, of course, is Alessio Rovera. But Charlie caught the eye of Corvette some little time ago. They see him as a star right now, a star, I think, to invest in the future.
And he's doing F1 sim work, isn't he, for Cadillac?
Yes,
that's
indeed.
how well regarded he is. You're absolutely right.
Did he not test Formula E as well? I think he tested Formula E.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody else that came out of single-seater racing in the UK, Carrera Cup GB. So it's another championship with a great track record.
But it's certainly not been dull into the wee small hours, has it? We're approaching 2 o'clock in the morning here at Le Mans.
Is it time for the chicken joke?
You could try if you like.